Hi teachers, welcome to FDR. My name is Carla Pupo and this is workshop number 3, Going Google. When you join FDR, you receive a Google account, and this workshop is intended to explore some of the main tools that come with your account. Having a Google account has the great advantage that you can access your information whenever you want from wherever you are. The only thing you need is a device connected to the internet, and that's it. You have your information at your fingertips. But in doing this, sometimes we may forget to log out from our accounts, leaving them open somewhere else. The good news is just like you can access your information wherever you are, you can also access tools that will allow you to protect your information, helping you close all these doors that you might have forgotten open in the past. How do we do that? There are a couple of ways in which you can access your privacy and security settings from your Google account. One is right here on the top right corner of the screen in Google Chrome. You can click on your avatar there and find your manage your Google account tools, or from Google Chrome, you click on Chrome and then you go to preferences. You can access both ways. You will be taken to the same place. Once you're here, you can manage your Google account, right? You can see your photo and it's the third line right there. It's you and Google, and manage your Google account right here. From this panel, we're going to find the security tab on the left side of the screen. And you can scroll down to find your devices, and right underneath it says manage devices. By clicking there, you can have access to all the devices where your Google account has been signed in or is signed in at the moment. Like here, I have 9 devices and I do recognize some of them, but this one, for instance, is the Chromebox that is installed in my classroom in the makerspace in school. And it's been inactive for 150 days, but my account is still there. So if I click there, I know I recognize this device, but my account should not be signed into a device that I'm not using, right, for security purposes. So by clicking on the 3 little dots, I can easily just sign out and sign out from it, and my account has been removed from that device. This is an easy way in which you can go back and double check every time in a while and make sure that your account is not signed in somewhere else in the world, and a way in which you can manage your devices as well. Something else I'm going to be talking about during this workshop is Google Drive. You can access all of your Google tools by just clicking on the waffle menu here next to your avatar picture and finding it on the menu there, or you can always type on the address bar drive.google.com and it will take you to your Google account. If you're not familiar with Google Drive, is a fantastic tool that allows you not only to store your information and have it accessible anywhere in the world, but also from here you can also create documents. You can link several different web-based apps to it, and you can share and collaborate with other people around the world. In Google Drive, I want you to take a look at the left side menu that we have. The first thing we see is a plus icon that will allow us to create new folders, upload files or folders from your computer, or even create documents. Right from that plus icon, you can create documents using Google Tools, or even connect more apps to your Google account. The next thing we have is My Drive. And within My Drive, you will find all the documents and folder that belongs to you. everything you create will go straight to your drive. And within Google Drive, you can create folders and have your own folder structures and even color code your folders to make it easier for you to find them. Right below my drive, it's the shared drives, which are drives that belong to the organization. It's spaces that are shared among a group of people, a team, and whatever is saved there, it does not belong to one person, they belong to the organization instead. This is very handy in a school like ours where we have so many teachers coming and going. This is a great way in which we can make sure that the documents stay within the organization and that everyone in the team has access to them at any time. Something else we have here is right underneath, shared with me. These are things that do not belong to you. These belong to someone else and they were shared with you either for you to view, for you to edit, or for you to comment. Remember, this is also a collaboration space, so you will be receiving a lot of documents in this place. Now, recent items, whatever you've been working recently, this is a space where you're gonna find them. It's just a couple of clicks. Then you have the start documents, which, I mean, these are like, you label them. You put a star on them so that they are kind of sorted into this particular space so that it's easier for you to find them. And then, of course, the trash. Whatever you remove from your drive will go to the trash and it will remain there for 30 days before it gets erased on its own. How do I create folders to organize my information? By clicking on the new plus icon, add folder, I can create my folder right there. And then it will show up on the screen being selected, highlighted by default. Now, notice that when this folder, since this folder is highlighted, another toolbar just showed up here on the top right corner of my screen. And from here, I can easily get the shareable link to share this document. I can add collaborators to this to have access to this folder. I can erase it, and then I have these three little dots. And I want you to always pay attention to those three little dots, because every Google tool or every application or document will show these three little dots that just is an access to more tools that you have for to interact with this particular document or folder. And from here, see how I have some folders that have different colors. So I like to color code my information, so for me it's easier to find the green folder for my ESTAC information or my orange folder for learning innovation. How do I color code? It's just by clicking on the three little dots, change colors, and right there you have access to the coloring tools. So you can just pick a color to customize how your folder looks like. Something else that you can find in these three little dots, let's say this is a folder I want to access it very easily. I click on the three little dots and then click on the star here. I'm going to add a little star to it. What that star do is add it to the starred list. Remember I mentioned this before? When you click on the starred list now, I will find my yellow new teachers folder right there in front of me. This is how I can easily find my folders, whatever I'm currently working with. I also have the search bar here. And this is another way in which I can find documents within my Google Drive. It's as easy as typing. And right here, it's giving you some suggestions. Maybe you remember who shared it with you or what kind of document you're looking for. Let's say if I click on presentations, I probably have every presentation that it's in my folder, and it's kind of an endless list of presentations that I'm going to have there. Or maybe what I'm looking for is something that I remember is related to ISTE. If I type ISTE and click and hit search, then I have an endless list of resources that has the word ISTE. So how can I make a more useful search? And it's by accessing the search options here and adding as much information as I can. Let's say I am looking for a PDF document that it's owned by me. This is only owned by me. I can be anywhere, it's okay. And I don't know the date, but it has the words ISTE somewhere. I don't remember the name of the item, but it has the words ISTE somewhere there, right? So I have what type of document owns by me and has ISTE there. So if I hit search again, then I have a more narrowed list of few documents that has this meets these requirements, and it's easier for me to find what I'm looking for. The next tool we're going to talk about is Google Calendar. Set it up in your phone. You'll have your calendar, all your appointments at your fingertips. It's very useful. It's easy to organize, and you can have multiple calendars in just one place. What are some of the main characteristics in Google Calendar? First is that you can switch from different views. Like we're now looking at the week view, and if you look at here in the top right corner where my cursor is, you click there, you can choose to see only the day, today's day, or you can choose the month view or even the year view. So whatever works better for you. I like the week view because it allows me to it's better for me to get organized in the space. Another thing I really like is that it's searchable. If you click on the magnifying glass, you can search for any events. I mean, let's say I think I'm looking something with BBots. And if I click there and search, I will have all the events that contains the word BBots in my calendar, which is, I think it's really cool. Something else is that I can navigate from one date to another. And if I need to go back to today's date, I just click on today, boom, brings me to today's date. Now, how do I create events on my calendar? I just click on my calendar and this box will show up where I can just type the title of my event. Here's are some of the details like the time, and I can also customize this, add guests from here as well. But I would like to show you the options here. I'm gonna hit on more options, because by hitting on more options, I can just add my guests on this side of the screen. Let's say I'm gonna go for Jimena. You can add notifications. Like my default is like 10 minutes before any event, I will get a notification, but I could add another notification and ask Google to send me an email like one day before my event. I can also add some details to this event, or even attach documents that can come from my Google Drive, so that anyone that is invited to this event has access to this document and in advance, like the meeting agenda. It can be linked there, so anyone that is invited to the meeting has access to it. And then when I save this event, it's going to ask me if I want to send this invitation to anyone on my guest list by email. So here I can decide if I want to send it or not.